PR Connections Radio presents. This episode of We Have the Power is brought to you by Classy Communications, PR, and Advertising. Classy Communications provides public relations and marketing solutions for businesses, professionals, and nonprofit organizations. It can deliver the true meaning of your business with press releases, social media marketing, web development, email marketing, book publishing, and much more. Wherever your potential clients are, they can help you connect with them. Visit classycommunications.net to learn more about their suite of services that can help your business stand out from the rest. Classy Communications is your solution for business success.
And welcome to yet another segment and my 6th season of We Have the Power, educating, motivating, activating you so that we don't lose our freedoms and liberties. We're going to have a little infomercial on something very important for anyone and everyone. And then I have a special guest coming up who is doing some wonderful work in helping to educate young people and to get them interested in reading. We'll be right back with my special guest after this important message. We'll be right back. If you have the proper tool, usually things just go better. And one of the best tools in keeping our young people away from drugs and alcohol abuse are the booklets from the Drug-Free World Truth About Drugs organization. Now, they have a series of booklets. Certainly, this is a drug that is out there, marijuana, and also they have it in Spanish. These booklets are free. You just go to drugfreeworld.org and you can obtain these booklets and share them with your family members, your friends. And this is a way to make sure they have the proper information, because these booklets do not say, don't take these drugs. They say this will happen to you if you do. And there's also a compilation booklet that has a series of different topics in there. One is alcohol, one is ecstasy, cocaine, crystal meth. We know that inhalants can be abused, heroin, LSD, and even prescription drugs can be abused. So use the right tool, get these free booklets from Drug-Free World, and avail yourself and your family members, especially young people that you know and are in your family, of these booklets so that we protect our young people and our loved ones from ever getting involved with drugs or alcohol abuse. It's a total truism that you can't have a free country that remains free with a majority of the population drugged, drunk, messing with other kinds of substances that destroy their will to live, their understanding of our freedoms, and their very own health. So make sure, get a hot copy of those booklets. You can get them free. You can go on the website and find the different titles that are available and get them out, because education is a great tool to protect our freedom and protect our young people from being manipulated because they're messing with drugs, they're abusing alcohol, and that. Now, my important guest today is doing wonderful work on a key element of making sure our young people are not manipulatable. Try to say that fast 5 times. And that is education. Welcome to the program, Cassandra Matthews.
Okay. Hi.
There she is. And let me tell you a little bit about Cassandra. She is a passionate literacy advocate, community leader, and proud single mother of Derek Smith, who we'll be meeting him in a few minutes. The inspiring young founder of Boys Do Read. That's why we want to bring him into the show in a few minutes. Yeah. And he began reading at the tender age of 2 as the founder and CEO of Literacy in the Hood, helping out our disenfranchised. Cassandra has dedicated her life to spreading the power of reading and education to families and communities that are often forgotten. Welcome to We Have the Power, Cassandra.
Hi, how are you? How's everyone?
I'm smiling from ear to ear because you're on the program.
I'm excited. I was having some technical issues, so I'm excited to be here and just share a little bit of my story and what it is that I'm trying to bring right here to Clark County, Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, nothing could stop you and I from getting this information out. Come
No,
on.
I was gonna figure it out one way or another, Brian.
So
Yeah.
here's I'm just getting a little more light on the set. So here's the situation. I want to, because people, a lot of them, there's some people who are watching may know you, but give us a little information, not so much on where you were born and that sort of thing. You could cover that a little bit, but I want to hear how you came and where you started from and came to this passion about making sure that you defeat one of the real problems to people having a good and healthy and wonderful life, and that is the ability to read. How did you get to this point, and have you done this in other cities before?
All right, so in Cleveland, if you Google literacy in the hood, it'll show you a lot of what we did and a lot of my advocating
Okay.
that I did. But really the fire under my feet is that Derek started reading at 2. So as a
Yeah.
proud mom, got Derek reading at 2, but when Derek got to kindergarten, I can remember like yesterday picking him up from school and that sad look on his face. What was supposed to be so exciting and a great day turned into a bit of a disaster. The teacher that morning, first day at kindergarten, asked, could any of the children read the monthly meeting, the bulletin board? And
Yeah.
Derek, with excitement, raised his hand, and Derek read the full entire board. Well, the children in the class, no one else could read.
Yeah.
So at that moment, they started with, "You're not smart. You think you smart? You're not smart. You can't read." So it just turned into something so drastic. I knew as a single mom, I didn't have a lot of resources. So, you just begin to think about what is it that you can do.
Yeah.
And that's where my slogan came from, investing in minds one book at a time. So I started getting gently used books because I knew if the other children in that class could read, then they wouldn't have bullied him.
Yeah.
So I just began getting gently used books. I began going to the Goodwill buying books. I began back then, it was still a dollar store. I would go to the dollar store and buy books, but then began passing those books out to pregnant moms and young moms, but getting in their ear and talking to them about reading to a child 15 to 20 minutes a day. And that's honestly like the beginning, the beginning. I would remember going to the suburban libraries for story time, and what excitement and what joy was in a suburban library. But when I would come back into the inner city, a lot of times the librarians had to deal with disciplinary actions for 30 to 45 minutes out of the 1 hour story time. So it wasn't, so I'm like, wow, there has to be some literacy in the hood.
Yeah.
How do you continue to have your child on a path to becoming a lifelong learner if there are no resources right here in the inner city?
Right. Right.
And
So
that's
then
the fire.
good. So that is how you got fired up about it. Now, how did
Yeah.
you end up here in Las Vegas?
Well, Derek wanted to go to high school,
Okay.
so that was the thing. And then Cleveland is snowing. So you just take that blight of faith. So okay, well, we're gonna go on down here to Las Vegas and let's see. And then reaching Las Vegas and then starting studying Clark County now. Understanding that there are areas, there's educational deserts right here inside of the desert. There's areas in Clark County where there's no library within a certain mile radius. So then
Right.
I knew immediately I had some areas to begin to target.
Right. Now, there's an exciting thing that occurred. I got to see your segment on Fox 5. And, it was really funny. You had your vehicle wrapped, and the camera panned over to where your phone number was. And I hit pause and I scribbled down your phone number and I wanted to
Thank
call
you.
you. But tell us the story. You were out of business. You're, so to speak, you were out
Yeah.
of business.
So
You had it
when
broken
I
down.
yeah, when I got down here, I think, well, my van has a bumper to bumper warranty, so you always got to tell that
Okay.
story.
That's
So
good.
I called the warranty company and asked what dealers could I use here in Las Vegas, and that's how I was originally at Chapman. And when
Okay.
I got over there and they ran, what I did was a dealer, um, something occurred in the engine and it had overheated.
Okay.
Now, before I left Cleveland, they bought me a fan and a thermostat.
Okay.
When I got to Las Vegas, now they're telling me the warranty company said that they don't do anything with overheating, but then why would you buy me a fan and a thermostat? So that was like a lot of back and forth, and I got discouraged.
Okay.
And that's where Victoria found me. 'Cause you see, they did that clip, and
Yeah.
I began to try to raise funds to get the van fixed because I really needed my van to be a part of my movement.
Right. Now, what was wrong
And
with the van at that point?
um, I don't know terminology, but the head
Oh, the head.
was warped. What was warped in the engine due to overheating.
Yes, let me tell the listeners just quickly, and I'm not a
Mhm.
mechanic, but what the heads are made out of aluminum a lot of times, and if it gets too hot, they will warp, and then you can't have compression because the air can leak out to the side, so the engine won't work because it has to have a very sealed chamber in order for the pistons to fire and the spark plugs. So that's what was happening with your aunt. So continue.
Yes, and so during the time I tried to say, okay, we're gonna try to raise some money because even the van was a gift from Kelly Clarkson. So it's not like something you're just gonna dash away. And then TV3 designed it in Cleveland, and then Nick Mayer Ford wrapped it. So when you get such a precious gift like that, it's like, how do you know? And my maintenance was up to date, like like, I
Yeah,
just couldn't believe it.
yeah.
So
And
long
Kelly
story short,
Clarkson,
after I
can I
started
Can I interrupt?
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Kelly Clarkson donated that band to you?
Yeah, you can go on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Kelly
Give her
Clarkson.
a hand for that.
Yeah.
Come on. That's great. Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
I did
yeah.
her show twice. During the pandemic, we did a virtual, and when
Uh-huh.
the requirements went down, she flew me in to reveal that she bought the van.
Wow. Okay. Continue now. I just wanted to get that in.
Okay. Okay, and so when I started the fundraiser here to get the van from Chapman Ford,
Uh-huh.
um, that's when the surprise squad from News 5 with Mr. Foreman from United all came together. And I didn't even know any of those
United
things were going
Nissan.
on. Yes, for United Nissan. Yes, I
Wow.
had no idea. Mr. Foreman went over to Chapman. He talked to the owners of Chapman. He told them what they were going to do. He put all that together. So when you see me there with him, it was all a surprise. And let me tell you something. First, I thought he was going to say he going to buy me a car. But I
Sorry.
was so no, I
Sorry.
was so but I was so happy that he was getting my bookmobile fixed because it's a precious part of my movement. Like it
Yeah.
really, really, really is.
Yeah.
And all of the surprises that you see me being surprised with by Mr. Foreman were all authentic surprises. I knew absolutely nothing about it.
All right. Now
Victoria,
you go
mhm.
ahead. Go ahead.
No,
No.
Victoria called me to the TV station like she was doing an update on
Yeah.
literacy in the hood. So I'm so excited. Like, sure, I'll come give you an update,
Yeah.
and not knowing that I would get all those surprises.
Yeah. And that was a nice long segment, too. It was
See,
not like
that's
3 minutes.
God.
Let me tell you.
That's God. Because coming to a new city, bringing
Yeah.
my big organization, but bringing my organization here, taking that leap of faith. And then when you see that news segment, I didn't do a media kit. Like it's just so often, all I could do was cry and just say, thank you, God. Because, people pay a lot of money to get that type of exposure for that long on the news.
Time. Yeah. So now that we've got people, we know where you came from. We know what you're doing pretty much. But tell us more in depth now. What is a typical day or a typical week like for you with your campaign to get reading going on out there? Tell me what you do.
Okay, so things have changed. In Cleveland, I was boots on the ground because I had my territory. I knew what areas I need to hit. I had my collaborations.
Sure.
Moving here to Clark County is a clean slate. So I got a whiteboard. So I've been over in what I call an educational desert in that area, meeting with a very, very nice principal at a middle school and just
Okay.
understanding what are some of their needs. I'm not gonna name call because I'm too new, but really getting an understanding on the ground of
Yeah.
what's really going on from the voices and the people that's actually doing the work. It means so
Right.
much. Making another collaboration with the Clark County Libraries. Then that
Okay.
biggest collaboration now is with United Nissan. But more than that, I'm on this phone each day because I need donations of books now.
Okay.
Um, I'm creating my blueprint. Like it's so fresh right here in Clark County, meeting wonderful people like yourself who just gave me just fresh resources right off the back, of people that I can call, and then what some of my next steps can be and what does that look like. So for me right now, I'm on that computer a lot for the first few hours in the morning because I have to understand the literacy rates here in Clark County. I have to understand where those educational deserts are, and then I have to find my disenfranchised population.
All right.
And
Now,
with that,
go ahead.
yes, and then
I've got a
with
question.
that, understanding now that I'm going to have both English and Spanish.
Right. Right. And those drug booklets do come in. Marijuana comes in Spanish and English. So I want to get some of those booklets to you so you can give out those too, because
No, I
everybody
would love that. I would
everybody
love
thinks
that.
marijuana is so safe. There's so
Yes.
many things I could go into about marijuana that it shows how, let alone smoke. We're going to see in 20 years people having emphysema from smoking pot. I'm sorry.
No, you can
Yeah.
tell. You can
So
actually tell.
now let's dive in a little deeper. So
Okay.
you find an okay. Let's dive a little deeper. Here we go. Okay. So you find an area where you have bad reading, bad literacy, illiteracy.
Okay, so think about it like
What do you
this.
do?
A
What do you do?
area with no library within a 2 to 3 mile radius, within a
And you
five
know
mile
the
radius.
kids are not reading. What do? You drive your van there. Tell us what you do. I'd love to hear.
Okay,
And
so
so
like when you see on the news, I literally pull the van up. We'll go to the rec centers. We'll go to the parks. We
okay,
go where children are. If I get invited to a school, I'll even park out front of the school. But set up a table, put the books on the table. I can tell a child to read every day, but do they have books at home? And do they have books that they would like to read at home? So put the books out on the table. When it's really hot, I try to take freeze pops or um something cold and refreshing and I generally try to get those freeze pops though in the summer. It gives the children the opportunity to come to the table to pick out any books they would like to read, and then it gives me a few minutes to talk to the parents about why they should be reading, especially in the summer. If a child doesn't read at least 6 to 10 books over the summer, when school start back, they're not reading on the same grade level. So I have to help parents understand these
yeah.
things.
Watch
Six
this.
to ten Mhm.
They're not reading over the summer. Well,
No, like
their educational level is going to go dormant.
they call it the summer slide. You
Yeah.
can go to the statistics on the summer slide when a child
So
don't read at least
what is your
to 10.
response from the kids? Did they pick up the books? Did they, oh, I can't wait to read this book, or what's happening?
Okay, you get different, it's so funny you ask, but you get different response from different things. Because sometimes they look at the book and then you say, well, pick out the ones that you want to take home. And then you hear them say, oh, I can have these? And they say yes. Sometimes my son and I will put a marker and stickers on there, and then we'll say, you can put your name in the book, like these books belong to you.
Oh, that's
It
nice.
means a lot
Yeah.
to a
If they
child
own
whose
it.
parent. No, if you have to think about it. If your parents are readers, you have books in the home.
Yeah.
If your parents are not readers, you're probably only reading whatever's coming home from school because they're not vested in reading. So those are the simple things, letting parents know you can get a book from the Dollar Tree. It's $1.25, it's $1.50 now. But just letting parents know that there are resources. And once again, you can call me, you can text me. I'll drop you off a handful of books. I'll make sure you got a bag of books.
Yeah. Now,
Yes.
let's do that right now. We'll do it again at the end.
Okay.
First of all, what do you need? And then I want you to give your contact information. What
Okay.
main things are you looking for right now?
Right now I'm looking for new and gently used children's books.
Okay.
So, let's talk about that. The baby beginning before kindergarten is board books.
Oh, yeah.
Then after board books, we jump into picture books. And after picture books, we turn into early chapter. And then after early chapter, a lot of our teens is reading anime these days. Some people are like, oh, that's not reading. If I can get them to read those words on that page, come on, let's get them reading. So
Yeah.
just really collecting the books so that I can have an assortment of books for all ages of the family.
Good.
And then don't leave out those James Patterson books. Clean off those bookshelves. Let me get them books. You know why I want those books? Because seniors is another disenfranchised population that are often at home alone. A book is anywhere from $1 to $100. So that could throw off a senior's budget. So I'm able to pull in front of those high-rise buildings, pull in front of the senior complex, set that
Right.
table up and allow them to pick out a book as well. So really trying to cover the whole family. Outside of that, I'm always looking for flashcards.
Okay.
ABC flashcards, numbers,
Nice.
any type of flashcard. And then the books, the handwriting books. So any of those learning resources, any of that, like, because I'm actually teaching my son in cursive writing right now.
Oh,
Because what I
fantastic.
realized, yes, he got to
Fantastic.
be able to sign his name, and it's not in school. It's not in school at all.
I'm sorry that's ringing. Excuse me.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's life.
So
We call it life.
that is really good. You're teaching him the cursive writing, and that is very important, that people still have to have the ability to write notes to maybe to a superior if he's out of the office. Joe came in, needs to see you. You still have to be able to write legibly. Now,
And guess what else? If they can't write in cursive writing, guess what else they can't do? A lot of them can't read it
oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
because it's not introduced in the books in school. It's not introduced until you begin to learn it.
Right. Now, very important that we talk about how people can reach you. What is the best way you want them to reach you?
literacyinthehood@gmail.com. And then you can also share the literacy in the hood, all spelled out. Literacy in the hood, LITERACYINTHEHOOD
Okay, that's good.
Also, yes, they can also always use that phone number and text 216-469-2646. If they leave a text, then I'll get right back with them.
Say that number again, please.
And that's 216-469-2646.
Good. Now, talk to me. We still have about 10 minutes left, so this is a good time to two things. Talk about what you see as the future, but before that, I want to hear a couple of really cool anecdotes of things you have experienced with kids that just touched your heart.
Okay, TV5 in Cleveland was giving away $10,000 and they were giving away scholastic books. So I thought I was going to be the winner, but I didn't win. But I volunteered at the school that they were passing the books out, and they set the up like a free book fair. Remember scholastic book fairs back in the
Oh
day?
yeah,
Where
yeah.
okay, so in the disenfranchised in the inner city, they don't have scholastic book fairs anymore. They are in the suburban private Catholic schools still, but they're
Okay.
not in the inner city. So
All
they
right.
set it up like that, but it was free. So each student came down from the school to pick out 2 books. And when I was at the table passing out the stickers, and when a young lady got to me, like I said, they always really believe that this is a borrowed item, like a library. And when I
Oh yeah.
got there, yes. So when you see them light up, these are mines, that changes everything. When I first started, I would spread a blanket at the park. This is before the van. This is before anything. I had this purple blanket and it had pearls on it. So as you know, purple is a symbol of royalty. And I
Yeah.
would spread the purple blanket at the park and put books on it. And if you go on my literacy in the hood, you'll find those pictures and put the book. So the children will run to the blanket.
Wow.
And the children sit on the blanket with me and we'll all be on that blanket together. Especially the small babies, they're going to open a book. They might open it upside down. I call it my blanket memories,
Yeah.
and you just
That's
literally
so
spread
great.
a blanket.
Yeah, that they actually own the books. That is so important.
No, yes, because you got to remember the library, you got to take them back. So
Yeah.
that's what they're used to, something to borrow, something to give back. So when you tell them this is yours, when the children used to run to the blanket, pick up as many books as you want to take home. You always going to we can have them. Yes, you can have. And when I got that van and I started driving that van around Cleveland, the children were literally asking me, what is this? Because they don't know if you're the ice cream truck. They don't know if you're a daycare center.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Now,
I open it up and it's full of books. You have to see the excitement on their face to know.
yeah, and that's so good because I do believe that there's a small group of individuals that would like to keep the African American population in a particular part of the city with the crappiest schools, no libraries, drugs being pumped into that community because these people are racist and they don't want these people ever moving out of that part of the city. And you're breaking the grip that these small-minded racist individuals who work in the shadows behind the scenes have been trying to do for years. I love that you're trying to break that.
Mhm.
Before we get any further and I have you announce your contact information again, let's bring your son in here.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get
The inspiration, for boys do read. Bring him in.
okay, let me grab him. He didn't hear my call. Just stay right there.
Yeah. So, ladies, she's going to bring, ladies and gentlemen, she's going to bring in her son, Derek Smith, who was the inspiration for Boys Do Read. And let me tell you that Derek was criticized. Here he is. You were criticized in school because you could read, right, Derek?
Yes, sir. Yes,
They
sir.
made fun of you.
Yes.
Shame on them. But I'm glad you remain tough.
Yes. Always.
You're a tough
Always.
individual. So are
I
you
learned
still working with your mom and doing things on literacy?
always, always. So now we got our sponsorship with the news. We've been on the news twice now,
Wow.
and we just want to continue building up, finding spaces where we know testing scores are low, going out there, helping the younger kids like me, the ones that look like us, and helping everyone have books in their home, and not only books that they just have, but books that they want to read. So
Yeah.
just helping create a safe environment for reading.
Yeah, I got to tell you something. Nobody's going to be making fun of you as you progress down this road of doing great things. Nobody is going to be making fun of you because they'll have to put up with me if they do. Okay. Thank you for being on the show. So,
Thanks. Yeah, I want to get into more speaking engagements out here.
oh yeah.
My mom, she spoke at a middle school.
Oh,
I'm
good.
proud of her, and now I want to speak and share my story. Because in Ohio, I spoke at a younger school, at an elementary school. So
Good.
I felt great. I felt proud of myself hearing the boys share their stories of how they got bullied.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. That is really good. Keep it up. Good work. And we'll get
Thank
some.
you.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. We'll get some of those drug booklets too that you can pass out. Also, the two of you, you've got to look into Toastmasters. It is a great, affordable way to improve your speaking skills. I'll tell you, it is the best. I'm a graduate of Toastmasters, and so it's something that's really good. Keep an eye on that. And I
Okay,
bet
Toastmasters in Clark County.
there's like 25 groups in Las Vegas.
Okay, so we'll find us a Toastmasters. That'll be great. That'll be great for him as well.
Here's what's really fun. You can drop in on various clubs until you find one that feels really good to you. Then you can
Okay.
do that one, and it's so affordable and it's so fun. And I'm not
No,
sure
I like that. I like that a lot
I'm not
because
sure what age Derek has to be. You can find that out.
yeah, we're gonna do it. One of my bucket lists is for 26 is for me, he and I to do a TED talk together.
Oh, good, good.
Mhm.
So now let's give your contact information again slowly and twice so people can get in touch with you, donate books to you. Go ahead. Say it twice. Say it
All right.
slowly.
All right. We're at literacyinthehood.com.
All right.
Our email address is literacyinthehood@gmail.com. And that's LITERACYINTHEHOOD Again, it's literacy in the hood, all one word at Gmail. Someone tried to hack my public domain, so that's why I
What?
had to create. Yeah, I had to create a quick Gmail and detach from the .com. So I just gave it a little time. So that's why literacy in the hood is literacyinthehood at Gmail right now, because someone tried to hack that email account.
That
And
person
phone
should
number.
no. That before you give the phone number, this is the way I think. The person who tried to hack you should have to pass out 100,000 books, or he goes to jail.
Amen. Amen. I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you.
Go ahead,
And
give me
then
the phone number.
okay, it's 216-469-2646. Again, that's 216-469-2646. And they can leave a text message and I'll respond to their text message right back with them. So if that's a donation for books, if they want to meet to drop off books or any of that, until we get that brick and mortar building, they can shoot me that text and then we'll figure that out together.
That sounds good. And I want to say how pleased I am to have on the show. And we're going to have you back in 6 months and see what's happening. And thank you for Derek for being on the show today. Keep up the good work. You're an awesome kid who's going to make sure that people are educated and are not fooled by evil people. Okay.
Thank you.
You guys have a great one. Thank you for being on the show. And ladies and gentlemen, you can watch this program again anytime on the prconnectionsradio.com network. We will be here again Thursday at 5 p.m. live with another exciting show designed to make sure we don't lose our freedoms and our people in such good shape they can't be fooled by people with interests that have nothing to do with our interests. Thank you for watching. Take care.
Bye-bye.
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.